Just last week on this channel during an AI video, I talked about why I thought that Near protocol would be next to pump. And now we're seeing that liquidity hit Near. We saw liquidity hit TAO off to Venice. Venice is still performing very well, but now money is coming into Near protocol. It's up 40% over the course of the last couple of days. Why is this happening? And why is Near the perfect third AI altcoin for anyone's portfolio this cycle? We're going to talk about that and more in this video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. As always, guys, be sure to drop down below, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more every single week here on In the Game. We have you covered Monday through Friday, everything you need to win in crypto, prediction markets, and more. And of course, I want to give a big shout out to Blowfin. The World Series of Trading competition has just kicked off. $5 million in prizes. And if you've been following this channel, just last month, we did a $100,000 trading competition here with Blowfin. Now we're doing a $5 million trading competition with Blowfin. I mean, Blowfin is by far the best centralized exchange if you are looking to trade perps in 2026, and you can trade from anywhere, no VPN needed. You can be in any jurisdiction. Check out Blowfin down below and hop into the $5 million World Series of Trading. Now let's jump into the topic of the video. Today is going to be short and sweet. It's Friday. We're not going to waste any time. Let's just dive into it because the market more or less is moving sideways. But we see money flowing into the AI sector. And this is why I've been harping so much on this channel. I think so many people are under allocated AI altcoins. Okay. First and foremost, how can you look at the world right now and think, okay, I can be in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, etc., but I don't need AI altcoins. That's vaporware. But here's what's happening right now. So yes, in 2024, there was a big run on random AI altcoins, but a lot of them were that vaporware. They were non-existent. They were chat GPT wrappers, whatever the case is. And a lot of those collapsed, but the cream is rising to the top, right? And we've been seeing it over the course of the last 2 months. Venice on the monthly chart has literally doubled from this level at $8.99. It is at $18. I was buying at $8.50. I thought I was late. This thing has doubled ever since then. Bittensor TAO, right? From the low here at 145, it got up to $350 before a little bit of FUD hit the ecosystem and kind of stalled out that pump. And now we're seeing the money hit Near protocol. And I think a lot of people sleep on the fact that Near is maybe one of the strongest utility projects, not only in AI, but in crypto. And I think that, look, it's essential to be allocated in AI. With where the world's going, with Perplexity, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, all the stuff with Grok and everything going on with AI, it's essential to be allocated in this sector. And I think these strong projects are the ones, these are the only things you need. You don't need to take moonshots in the middle levels anymore. This is what you need in your portfolio. So why is this happening right now? Well, first and foremost, last week I did an AI altcoin video. And I did talk about how it's very likely that once the money moved from TAO to Venice, well, okay, what's the next tangible altcoin that's probably going to catch some liquidity? Well, it's Near protocol, and that's happening at this point in time. And I think a lot of people, we focus on the timeline a lot on TAO and Venice. But if you look into what's happening on Near, this pump just makes a ton of sense. So this is a great tweet. So shout out Vadim for putting this out. Arthur Hayes' essay. So this is the reasons that Zcash or that Near is pumping. So Hayes groups Near and Zcash and Hype as his top basket. Calls Near his favorite shitcoin. It's definitely not a shitcoin, and we're going to get into that here in just a second. So Near is a privacy execution layer. They work with Zcash and Venice, and the actual trading flows through Near Intents. Near Intents is really the reason that this is pumping at this point in time. Confidential shards and confidential swaps. If we go look here, you can actually go live on near.com. You can send 0.1 ETH to the Ethereum Foundation, let's just say, and the chain doesn't see who sent it, and the Ethereum Foundation does get their Ethereum on ETH. So very much a privacy layer on top of these other businesses, and they are really working on the AI side of things. So the Bitwise Near ETP. So Bitwise announced a significant inflow into their staking ETP. So institutional money is starting to get access to Near protocol. The buybacks from Near Intense. So Near Intense is the one part of their business that has really been thriving right now. And if you look at Near protocol here, you can actually look at how they're integrating with Venice with their Near AI private interface, the Near Intense and Zashi integration that unlocked cross-chain Zcash. And Near.com also supports cross-chain Zcash across 35 chains with privacy preserving execution through confidential intent. So you can see they are working with some of these top layer projects. I think in 2026, look, the market's showing its hand. You only need to hold these top altcoins: Hyperliquid, Zcash, Venice, TAO, Near, Bitcoin. Like, you really don't have to go down the ladder and buy every single altcoin anymore. I think that we're seeing these integrations between top projects, where the liquidity is going. It's just literally showing you where your money should be. They are doing buybacks with this. So 19 billion in cumulative swap volume generates real fees that buy back Near. Hyperliquid style revenue model with verifiable cash flow. We've always loved what Hyperliquid's doing here on the channel, so this just makes a ton of sense. The co-founder Ilya is one of the 8 authors of Attention is All You Need, the original Transformer paper. So when AI narrative hits crypto, Near might have the cleanest founder story. AI product shipping, the automatic P2 or PII, autonomous anonymization. What a word. For LLM prompts, confidential interference APIs, only crypto, featured at NVIDIA's dev conference. So yes, Near protocol was featured at one of the recent dev conferences for NVIDIA. There's so many different things here. They're working with the Bermuda government here, on-chain car registration, clean tokenomics. There's no unlocks. That's another thing. So you're going to see this could be one of the cleanest tokens to pump whenever the full-blown bull market hits, because these other AI coins, Venice is $800 million market cap, but the FDV is 1.4 billion. There's also a $3 billion market cap here for Bittensor, but the FDV is nearly $6 billion. So there's a lot of tokens to either be vested or released via emissions onto the market. Whereas Near protocol, every single token is already circulating. So this gives it really clean pumponomics for whenever the market does officially kick into the next bull. So it is really, like, I don't know, it seems very obvious, but you probably don't see Near protocol pasted all over your timeline because it isn't as flashy, right? It's not as hype, so to speak, as Bittensor with their subnets and the staking emissions and all this stuff, or with Venice with their growth metrics and how viral they've been going. But Near protocol is just a simple, clean third AI altcoin that if you want a tandem, if you want to collect, it sounds corny, I guess, but if you want to collect like the infinity stones of AI crypto, you have Venice, the LLM machine that works with every single LLM out there, combines it into one, and it's completely private, not selling your data. So it's the privacy AI layer. You have the privacy booster for stuff like Zcash, and it kind of toes that line of AI and privacy as well with Near protocol with their Near Intense. So you have 2 projects that dive into both AI and privacy with Near and Venice. And then you go over to TAO and you have something that is actually basically the Y Combinator of AI crypto. There's 128 subnets underneath this ecosystem that get rewarded based on the quality that they bring, based on the amount of people using their products and coming into their alpha tokens. So really, it's a great tandem. With Near being that third infinity stone in your AI stack that I think will complete your portfolio on that side. And look, we don't need to stretch so thin. I think gone are the days we need to hold every AI alt and pray that one of them 100x's, okay? I think even if these just do a few multiples over the course of the next bull market and you size in appropriately and you just see it through with Venice, TAO, and Near, this is your pathway to making really solid gains on AI cryptos this cycle. Do not go buying into these $10 million alts, praying that they 100x. I think that time period's over. The amount of BS altcoins that have come into space, we are going to bet on the top ones, and this is paying off so far. Okay, like we've doubled our money on Venice in just a couple of weeks. Near protocol starting to move. Hyperliquid just hit new all-time highs. We have Zcash above 600. Like our entire altcoin thesis is playing out to a T right now. And if you've been listening and actually deploying this, you should be very much in the green over the last couple of months, guys. So drop a like down below on this video. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on Monday as always. Trade responsibly, my friends. And of course, stay bullish, my friends.